Hi, today I thought I'd talk to you about applying for different kinds of programs and how they can really help you enrich and get another focus at what you choose to have a purpose in life or what purpose you have in life. So I've encouraged a couple of friends of mine and my brother to go in for the Young India Fellowship, which is offered by Ashoka University. And the reason for encouraging them to apply is not for the education that they would get in this university, although that is also a part, because fundamentally, I believe in a self educated model and I'm self educated man, so that's what I believe. However, these are the places where you get to meet amazing people. And that is the reason you would like to go to a place like this rather than have an experience alone. It is much more joyful to have an experience along with a lot of other people who are on similar journeys. And if you often go to school with people who are accomplished, it also takes you along a big way in life. So if you maybe went to a great school, what happens is people who are going to be great in the future also are happen to be your classmates. And when they happen to be your classmates, you get to talk to them when they are great as well, without coming across as somebody new. The point I was trying to make here is not about all of these benefits, although these are benefits. There's another benefit to apply to such programs and get rejected. So you see, when you apply to a program like this, the application process is usually quite stringent. And due to that, you will have to up your game in order to be able to compete at the level that these people are looking for. So let me give you an example. The Young India Fellowship has the statement of purpose and essays which are on par with the Ivy League universities in the States. Now, if you look at how often somebody from India actually writes something like this, it's almost never. But when you apply for this and you go through that process, you begin to learn what is the standard that is expected of you, what is the standard that is at play over there in the world at the high performing level. And this is not something that you would learn at chump change or going and sitting in some mediocre people's place. That's not something that you learn. But applying really helps you improve many of your skills. You will relearn the art of doing many things which you had not done before. So I just thought I'd give you this quick message. You can consider applying for many such programs, regardless of whether you want to go or not. And that's the important thing. You have the option to let go. If you get accepted for the Young India Fellowship and you do not want to go because 1 year is too expensive in terms of time, if you can't spend 1 year there, then you can choose not to go. Or you could defer your admission, or you could use that experience to talk about in a speech, talk about it in a program, talk about it in a million different ways. But if you haven't done it, there's nothing to talk about. So I have gone and done charity work, community service multiple times. And if I look back, I don't know if that actually helped me in terms of, I wanted to go to the States and I wanted to do an undergrad education there, but I later dropped the idea of an education in its entirety because I didn't think it would worth the time and effort and money that it required. And while that was the right decision, and I still stand by the decision, the process I went through in order to apply and all the things that I did, like community service, which were mandatory almost for American universities, but in India nobody really cared about it. All of these things have opened up multiple doors, multiple opportunities, so many different things, which I cannot begin to describe. So I'd like you to give a shot to all of these things where you can apply and get something, and it usually doesn't cost much. In this case, the Young India Fellowship is free. If you go into any such program, most of the time it's free or it's a rock bottom cost, which you can afford to pay if you choose to, maybe if you have any interest in it. So I'd like to leave you with this, and if you have any questions about this, I'd be happy to answer them. Bye bye.